We believe that the human body is a good and a beautiful thing. It's because of our imperfect nature that we cover it up, because not everyone deserves to see or to have access to that goodness and beauty. According to the online Merriam-Webster dictionary, to pulverize something is to reduce it by crushing, beating,
onto the sledges,
or grinding it into very small particles. St. John Paul II once used this term in a letter when he wrote, "The evil in our times consists in the first place in a kind of degradation, indeed in a pulverization of the fundamental uniqueness of each human person." One way to understand the late Pope's words would be to say that our culture is crushing the dignity, goodness, and beauty of the human person. Let me explain what I mean here. At the beginning of the book of Genesis, Adam and Eve were made in the image and likeness of God, and they lived in an experience that wasn't quite like our own. They were very close to God. They had a good, healthy, and safe relationship with each other, which the writer of Genesis explains to us by saying that they were naked and unashamed. Now, after sin entered the world, one of the first things that they did was to cover themselves up, because it was harder to clearly and properly see the other as the image of God. They now faced a temptation to lust, not to see the whole of the other person, but just their outward appearance or their parts. They were now tempted to use the other person, and this is something they never could have imagined in the beginning. So they covered up to protect themselves and the goodness of their bodies. Let me be clear here. We believe that the human body is a good and a beautiful thing. It's because of our imperfect nature that we cover it up, because not everyone deserves to see or to have access to that goodness and beauty. Now, this is where you'll start to hear talk of a virtue called modesty. Some will hear this and think, here we go again. Modesty always sounds like a limiting word. You can't do this and you can't wear this. And it also seems to serve as the inspiration for dress codes many young people find unfair, especially because it always seems to disproportionately worry about what girls are wearing. The reason why St. John Paul II would talk about our culture pulverizing the dignity of a person is seen in the very fact that modesty is regarded with suspicion and with fear. Whether we talk about fashion, advertising, celebrities, or the shows we watch, we are taught that we're supposed to prize outward beauty as one of the highest goods anyone can achieve. If you've got it, flaunt it is some people's automatic response here. Give me the chance to try and paint a different picture of modesty for you. Paragraph 2521 in the Catechism of the Catholic Church says that modesty protects the intimate center of the person. It means refusing to unveil what should remain hidden. It's not about saying that your body or about certain parts of your body being bad in some way. It's not because we're trying to make you feel ashamed of your body. It actually means the opposite. Modesty says that your body is something so fundamentally good that not everyone deserves to see it. Think about it. You don't usually publicly announce your crush to the whole school or share your deepest fears with everyone. Instead, you save those things for safe relationships that have earned the proper level of trust. Being modest means that you don't share even the view of your body with those to whom it would be inappropriate. Now, having worked with young people for many years, I understand that this will probably never be popular. And as a father to 3 daughters, I understand that even if you wanted to dress modestly, popular fashion makes this incredibly challenging. But I'm not here to argue whether something should be popular or easy. The real question is whether this is something that is good or not. So it's worth asking the question, what are you saying by the clothes that you wear? Do they reflect the beauty and the goodness of you as a whole person? Or do they just put the focus on specific parts? Do they draw you the sort of attention that you really want to have? 57 years ago, the future Pope St. John Paul II saw the ways society was pulverizing the fundamental uniqueness of each person, including those parts of a person that not everyone deserves to see. Seen through this lens, maybe you can start to see how modesty isn't about trying to stop you from sharing what you've got. Rather, it's about sharing and showing beauty in the right places and at the right times.